Hello, friends. Ryan from Mana Bluff here. Another Magic 2015 draft. Hey, that's Garrick. I guess we're taking him. Woohoo! Alright, so it's time to Planeswalker it up, get some sweet value, and it's great to be able to first pick the guy. See if we can't build a deck around it. What else is in the pack, though? Sunblade Elf at foil, pretty cool. Fester Gloom, meh. Pretty much nothing exciting is going to be tabling. I might get, like, the Primodox back. Maybe a Wall of Limbs, which might go in a deck like this if we're just trying to, like, stay late and get to Garrick. Don't want to be overly reliant on him, but, I mean, gosh, something that powerful, let's do it. You can get to 7 mana in this format. Also, I don't mind splashing for him, so if we're base black or green, get Involving Wilds and get that show on the road. Alright. Best card here is the Skirmisher, which I'm tempted to grab. Again, I don't want to be too married to Garrick right away. I want to kind of lean towards him, but let's just say we go white, that's open, we have a little bit of green, then we splash black. That'd be pretty easy to do. I'm not saying I'm going to grab it, but that's the thing. Child of the Night would kind of just be the stay-on color pick. Charging around Verdant Haven aren't insane. The Verdant Haven I might want in this deck in order to ramp into Garrick. It's just I don't need to pick it this highly. But that being said, I mean, obviously I want to try to put myself in these colors and try to suggest that's where I want to go. Child of the Night and Zet, I mean, this is just kind of a weaker pack. I think Skirmisher, Favor, and Peel, even Cathar are kind of like in the top-notch realm. An uncommon was taken, PS. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Do I want to just really stay conservative, pick a nice 2-drop, or an average 2-drop in the colors I'm hoping to play, take a really good 2-drop in a color I see open? Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I don't want to be too distracted by Garrick, which would be cool. So I'll just take a nice solid 2, see what else keeps coming around. Alright, here's a Borderland Marauder, which is really fantastic. I don't know if I want to go into the 4th color. I try and think, like, I mean, red, black, and red, green. I mean, red goes good with everything. Is nice, but we are seeing like an Ancient Silverback, even though I don't want to have a super high curve. I'm building a deck around, Garrick. I'm going to want to be getting to those big old bombs pretty soon. Scavenger is going to go really well in the deck. Wayfinder, though, is kind of what I want to pick up first, which is Familiar is good. What was taken here? A common and an uncommon were taken. Like I said, I just like kind of being open this early, and I love the 2-drops in this format. So I'm really tempted by this Marauder here, just see if red becomes a thing. And again, I like the idea of being maybe just needing to splash Garrick. It's so easy to splash in this format that I don't need to feel married to both of those colors. And 2-drops are way more important than the 6-drops. Yeah, let's take the Marauder and kind of see how this game goes. And now we have a Generator Servant, which I actually love to ramp into Garrick. Krankos Enforcers in the pack as well, which is really good. A Cursed Spirit would also enjoy. It's a little sketchy because what I'm doing is I'm focusing on a 3rd color and then having to like get into one of these 2 colors. The Llanowar Waste is also pretty nice for splashing. But I think this is kind of where I'll be. I mean, green-red is where I'd want to be in order to kind of ramp into the Apex Predator. So that'd be kind of nice. So I'm going to lean that way. It's a little, like I said, a little bit on the sketch side. Cursed Spirit is also very good. And it's in one of the 2 colors, so that might be like the better pick. But I think we're going to go this route. Goblins, whatever. Rotfeaster Maggot I really like over Child of the Night, even though I was just talking about how important 2-drops are. Satyr Wayfinder also there. I think I want to go with the Wayfinder over the Maggot. Like I said, I would think I'd rather be in red-green splashing for the black. In terms of the ramp, you can get the Wayfinder, you can get the Mystic, you can get the Generator Servants, and that'll like go boom right into a big old dude. So that's kind of how I want to get the draft. Here's another Verdant Haven. Like I said, we'll get one of those if we want it in the deck. It'll come around. There we are. Mulch could be good. We're not looking to go super aggressive. We're just looking to get cards out. I don't know if I'm going to be super red, so I don't really want the Paragon right now. And actually slowing things down is nice. Playable black card here. Ranger's Guile would even make it. But yeah, I'm just going to take the Wall of Mulch. Restock is great. Flesh to Dust, though, is still in the pack. Alright, I think we have to do a game changer here. Flesh to Dust is just too good. Restock's fine, but if we're going to be base black in some way, I want a Flesh to Dust. And it's still in the pack is a very strong signal that black is fairly open. So now we're going to jump over into it, grab a Carrion Crow, which is just fine as a filler. Wall of Limbs came back. Fester Gloom. Fester Gloom way better than Wall of Limbs. But this deck might be a Wall of Limbs deck. Again, just kind of like hang out, go control, go late, get our big old guys online. I'm going to take it because it's uncommon and you can generally get a Fester Gloom. Might be red, so I might want the crowd's favor. Never playing Soup, Ornithopter. Unmake the Graves actually be really good, I just realized, because I'm doing possibly green, black. Both of these you can get, but I think Unmake the Graves tend to table more. Red's more popular, in case I'm red, so it's going to be hard to pick up red cards. And on top of it, Unmake the Graves, you only want 1 or 2 in a deck, and it's common, so anyone who wants one in black tends to get one in black. I think Titanic Growth is more main deckable than Mind Rot, even though I'm pretty much sure I'm going to be in some way black. Looks like it's going to be black-green. Yeah, like I said, black was the only real single that I thought was just like insane. Flesh of Disc going late. I passed late a Curse Spirit, which is kind of a bums, but it's fine. If we start getting some of these early 2-drops, then we can start picking up, I mean, we're going to get, hopefully, Covenant of Bloods, which will be really nice. And being able to kind of build a deck around to like make use of Garruk is pretty fun. And the great thing about Garruk is like you don't really need, like say for like Liliana, you kind of need a control deck to kind of make it work in a sense. Liliana gets a lot of value if your deck's set up to abuse her. Versus Garruk, you just need to resolve the guy. Just get him cast, and you're done. Okay, really nice rare hair in Chasm Stalker. Oh, fantastic Stoke the Flames. What's in green and black? Sunblade Elf is going to be great in our deck. There's a Lightning Strike also, geez. Rough Rider's a fine there, dude. There's just nothing great in black that I want to take over these really high power level cards. And now I have to decide, alright, so if I'm taking a red card here, where am I going to go with this deck? I guess these 2-drops, the Borderland Marauder and Servant, are just as good as Wayfinder and Mulch. I just tend to think of green-black as being more synergistic, but really, if I can get these really powerful red cards out, that's going to be way better. And then we just splash in on this green. Since all I'm giving up, I'm not going to go into Chasm Stalker. I think Stoke is actually better than Chasm Stalker, even though this is a really good card, but I'm not going to move into blue now just for that guy. So in that case, I definitely want to take something in these 3 colors, and green and black is just so underwhelming, and I don't really know where we're going to be. If there's like a strong black card, I'd slam it over Stoke the Flames, but there isn't. So we'll see how that goes. Here's an Accursed Spirit, a Covenant of Blood, another Lightning Strike. I'm going to take the Lightning Strike, even though all of these are really great cards. But now I'm kind of solidifying the high power level that is red, which makes me want to go red. And then we'll kind of see where we're at. I do want to make sure, now that I'm red, that I pick up an Evolving Wilds. That's going to be a high pick for me, I think. Still not too sure if we're going green or black. Probably going to go black. Like I said, we saw more of that available, and I like red-black way more. So I want to kind of be hedging towards Cursed Spirits, Covenant of Bloods, and whatnot. It'd be fantastic if one of these 3 cards tabled. One of the cards in black or green will table, for sure. This is a fairly deep pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 10 great playable cards here. Let's just hope one of them are in the colors that I end up being once we get to that point. Here's a Covenant, a Krenko's Enforcer, and a Sign in Blood. Covenant's the best card. Don't need to start caring about creatures, though, this early. Especially if we start cutting these... Here, let's get rid of this. If we cut the Wayfinder and the Wall of Mulch, we're only at 5 creatures. 4 creatures. I do care about the creatures quite a bit, but Covenant's just really, really strong, so I'm going to take it over the Enforcer. Also, I might want to be base black and not have too many double red spells. Not too sure. Just Covenant's super strong. That means I do want to start prioritizing the 2-drops, even the dorky ones, of course. And Covenant with the life gain helps us stay alive and get to where we need to go. Yeah, Enforcer is even more of a beatdown anyway. Let's take the Covenant. Here's a Crow, Typhoid Rats. Then we take the Rats. We like it for pounding out Covenant of Blood. I want earlier drops than the Carrion Crow. We're seeing a little bit of green. I like that black's around. I'm assuming red's gone, since red's going to be overdrafted. For now, let's hide these, since I'm kind of pushing that pretty hardly, or pretty hard. Yeah, taking the Typhoid Rats. Raising Alarm's a really good card. Evolving Wilds I care a lot about. I'm passing up a Scrapyard Mongrel, but that's not exactly going to be insane. Also passing a Torch Fiend. I could go and just take the 2-drop, which I need as well, but I think Evolving Wilds is going to be so important for the Garruk splash. I might see it later, but whatever. I'm going to slam it. And these aren't exactly like... It's not like I'm passing a Lightning Strike or a Stoke the Flames for the Evolving Wilds. So we'll take that now and be secure. Wow, Inferno Fist, hell yeah. 2 drops, 1 drop, those would both be perfectly fine, but the Inferno Fist is too good. Sign of Blood I do quite like. Green continues to be open, but I'm allowing that ship to sail. Sign of Blood is really good. Rummaging Goblin would make the deck. Blood Host do I care about? I don't think so, even though we're looking to go kind of later. This also helps with Convoke. It helps us dig for our Garrick. Let's grab a Rummaging Goblin. Rough Rider's fantastic that it came back. Necrobite we would play too. Filling out the curve is grand. Here's some more green. And next pack was pretty deep. We should get something back as well. Rot Feaster Maggot or Bronze Sable. Maggot, way more powerful, way more stabilizing. We only have 2 2-drops though, so Bronze Sable would be a consideration. And also, if we happen to get one of those Mongrels, it'd be nice. But I think we don't have a 5-drop yet, and Rot Feaster Maggot is exactly the kind of 5-drop we want. Blast Firebolt right now in the sideboard. This deck is coming together pretty nicely. I'm really stoked to have gotten the Evolving Wilds, so I'm just stressed about it with Garrick. Really love the power level of the Fist, Lightning Strike, and Stoke the Flames. Denizen get in there right now, not being played. Really just want to focus on my creature count now, and we have the premium removal with Fist, Strike, Stoke, Flesh, and Covenant. We're set. Now we just need to get early curves out to be able to get Garrick Apex Predator around. We're not ramping into Garrick Apex Predator because we're not in green, but that's fine. We just want a nice, like, solid curve so we don't die. Then we'll be able to Sign in Blood, hang out a while, and then start dropping our removal spells and our big old dudes. Endless Obedience is possibly being played, but right now not part of the main deck. We're not doing the Graveyard Synergy thing. Wall of Limbs actually will make this deck. Again, we want to go late and be cool, but picking up like Child of Nights to work with it, or I mean, more Generator Servants would just be grand. Just to be able to ramp into the dude. I guess it's kind of a nombo, since Generator Servants, then you lose a way to protect Garrick, but Garrick kind of protects himself. So if you get him cast, you're like good. Forge is not exactly the on-color guy I was looking for. Sentinel is quite nice. I'm just wondering, do I want Inferno Fist? No, I'm going to go with Sentinel. Like I said, we have our really good removal suite. If it was another Stoke, Lightning Strike, or Cone of Flames, I'd take it. Inferno Fist is, I mean, very good. Don't get me wrong. But Sentinel, easy to cast. It's exactly what our deck wants to be doing, slowing things down, really efficient, and then can turn into a late-game beater later. Unfortunately, all that I can hope to wheel from this pack is an Assistant, and it's pretty weak. It probably won't come back. Yeah, we got what? Expedition, maybe someone wants. Pathmage, Mystic, Wayfinder are like the best cards here. Mystic would have been nice, but I'm really glad with the power level of the red we have that's where we're going. And generally, ooh, hello, Kurt Chieftain. And Obnixis. Okay, we're taking Obnixis. For some reason, I like drawn right to the Kurt Chieftain. I would definitely take a Kurt Chieftain, but because we're already splashing green, so this would be a pretty easy getaway. I wouldn't add 2 forests to the mix, because I do plan on having like double red and double black spells in the deck. Just 1 will be enough for Garrick, but then Kurt Chieftain is just kind of like bonus if you have it. But Obnixis is grand. We don't even have a 6-drop yet. Nice bomb in our colors. Maybe the Child of the Night tables, but again, it's a fairly weak pack. So I don't think we're going to grab her, but I ain't complaining. Do I have enough things for Paragon to be good, or do I just want a Black Cat? Here's another Evolving Wilds. But I mean, I'm glad I grabbed the Evolving Wilds when I had it. I could have had a Torch Fiend or something in the 2-drop slot, but I really wanted to solidify that. I don't have any black cards, or black creatures. Carrion Crow, Wall of Limbs, Rot Feaster Maggot, those I don't really care about. That means it is a 4-drop there. Now I'm just going to go with a 2-drop. I might pick up another Covenant of Blood, which would be nice, and just be able to Convoke out. Or again, just kind of stay late, let the game go late. 2-drops or 2-drops, and Black Cat is actually pretty decent. Argument take another Evolving Wilds, but I really don't think a 7-drop needs it. 2 forests, in a sense, a forest and a Evolving Wilds is really all you need for the 7. Another Sign of Blood would be good, but I'm really low on the 2-drop creatures, so I actually do want to prioritize that. Crow, Child of the Night are our considerations here. What do I want more of? Child of the Night goes well with the Wall of Limbs. It is a 2-drop. We're not really trying to be the beatdown, but it's an X1. I already have 3 X1s, 4 rats as well. Still, it's a 2-drop. I think I take it over the Carrion Crow. Generally, I like Carrion Crow a lot better, but we already have some good 3-drops. I don't need a bunch more. I just want lower curve 2-drops. Maybe one of those Paragon's tables. Ooh, hello, Skitter. Hello, Generator Servant. I would like both of these. Scudder, way better on its own. Fantastic 3-drop. I need to take this. This is a deep pack, man. But again, the Generator Servant, just being able to ramp into Obnixis or Garruk just seems a little too good now that I have 2 solid bombs in the high end. I think I'm going to take the Servant. I don't think. I'm definitely taking the Servant. Another Flesh to Dust? Heck yeah. It's a great pickup. We're at 13 creatures. Would love this, and then just maybe a couple filler creatures to round out the deck, and then it's... Dang, that's a sweet deck. Yeah, exactly what I'm looking for. Just a random dorky 2/3. Get in there, keep us alive, and we'll be right where we want to be. Every time I don't care about Bane, my top end's way better than a Miner's Bane. We just want to get there. Ooh, Crippling Blight, that's a good card. Hello, Skirmisher, you're going really late. I don't know if we're going to main deck the Crippling Blight yet. We'll see what else comes down. Yep, as expected, there's the Assistant. Probably not playing it, but maybe it replaces Wall of Limb in some matchups. Do I want to... Yeah, I always take Clear the Path as a sideboard card. It never makes the sideboard. Crippling Blight is actually playable. We might want a 5-drop. Doubt it, though. We have just such sweet, powerful spells in high end that all we really need are the low end filler cards. Let's get rid of that so you don't kill my Obnixis. Because if you look at the quality of our spells, our non-creature spells, they're just insane. Maybe I don't play this crowd's favor. It's not really what my deck's trying to do. Crippling Blight is like the weakest, and that's a really good card. You have Sign in Blood, Inferno Fist, Lightning Strike, Stoke the Flames, 2 Flesh to Dust, and a Covenant of Blood. Yeah, that's exactly what I could consider, I guess, my dream removal suite. I don't think we're playing Rummaging Goblin. And then we'll make one more cut. I'm not too sure what it is yet. Alright, and here's the deck currently broken down. I don't think Unmake the Grave's Relentless Obedience or Blast Firebolt are ever really considerations. Blast Firebolt, we just have such better removal. We don't need the clunky version. And we're really not looking to do the whole graveyard synergy thing because we have basically none of it. Rummaging Goblin, yeah, it helps us dig to our bombs. If you know me, I'm just not a fan of it. I just think it's like an enchantment, a 3-mana enchantment, and it does a good thing, but I just think the body's just too weak for it to really be awesome. If you have like the Paragons and you're really base red, that's fine. Denizen's never gonna make the cut. And then Crowd's Favor and Crippling Blight are good cards. I just don't know if I really need them in my deck. We're not really gonna do the trick deck. And like I was saying in the draft, man, we just have some amazing spells here. And in my last cut, I could see myself cutting a Crippling Blight. Though I do like it quite a bit in terms of getting rid of some early pressure, but we may not need it with our nice removal suite here. Sign in Blood's a consideration just for mana curve purposes, but we're probably looking to be base black anyway. The Stoke the Flames we need at double red, but another cut I'm considering is the Thundering Giant. It's a little bit more powerful than some of the Dork 3s we have, like Wall of Limbs, Necromancer's Assistant. But really, like I said, I just want to have this nice low curve. This is so that we don't get run over by aggressive decks, and then develop the game this way, and then pretty handily start taking over some good removal and our 2 bombs with Obnixis or Garruk Apex Predator. I don't know what I want to cut here. Huh, this is tough. Interesting. I like having an extra 5-drop, so I kind of like having Thundering Giant. I would love it if it was another Rot Feaster Maggot. That would be cool. I'm a little bit weak to flyers. I mean, I got plenty of removal, so it's not like super weak. But in terms of just like creature trading off, I have a Sentinel and a Carrion Crow. Not exactly insane. I mean, once Obnixis comes down, game over, right? Not inherently, but still pretty close to it. I do like Crippling Blight as another just early way to take care of Welkin turns or all the X1s. But maybe since my creature suite is pretty nice and good on the early drops, maybe Crippling Blight just becomes the sideboard card. I do like staying at 15 creatures. We do want to have enough creatures that by the time we resolve Garruk, that just, you know, I can actually keep this guy around a little bit. I feel like this is the deck I want to make. I'm considering this Giant. It just seems to me like, you know, a weirdo 5-drop when you're not the beatdown isn't that grand. But it'd still be nice to have like a bigger creature than, you know, I have no 4-drop, so just having something like that is cool. I definitely want the Sign of Blood. Yeah, I think this is it. I do like Crippling Blight. We don't need it, but I think Giant will come out pretty easily on against a really aggressive X1 deck to play the Crippling Blight. For example, if I saw me against my deck, I would totally be playing like the Crippling Blight over the Thundering Giant, even though I may not know that my deck's trying to go late. But seeing all these like Rats, Cat, Knight, 2 Generator Servants, and Necromaster's Assistant, dude, I would totally be bringing Crippling Blight against that. Cool. Let's get our Evolving Wilds in there, add our basic lands, including our Splashed Forest. 6 and 9. That seems about right to me. Giant, a little bit hard to do. Stoke the Flames. Maybe I want to... No, I definitely want a lot more black, right? 10 black with double Sign and Blood and all my double... Yeah. 961, that seems good. 6 is a little low, but Evolving Wilds can help us get there if we need it to. Mostly just hard to cast Stoke the Flames, but with Convoke it may not be that difficult. I kind of want to go 8-7, but can I get away with just 8 swamps? 1, 2, 3. No, 961 I do believe is appropriate. There we are. This is a fun deck. I want to get to the finals with this deck. Let's see how round 1 goes.